Well, I just listened to S1109b, and last night, as suggested by my friend who's a Buddhist, that with dreams that one should not take them too seriously, or visions. If you find them disturbing, well, just dismiss it. The cause could be in some, from their point of view, you see, previous incarnation, and not something going to track down. And these things come and they go. And, okay, leave it at that. Well, in practice that might be quite difficult at times, because visions, especially, I suppose, but I don't have visions, I might point out. Well, not that I know of. But dreams, of course, we have, and I have had some that disturbed me at the time. Now, he doesn't have the option of taking it to God, because his teaching, his understanding is that God doesn't exist, of course. In fact, even persona-wise, we don't exist, or at least not in the form that we think. We're all a result of causes and conditions here. But I find my position superior, in a sense. I don't mean that in an arrogant sense, I hope. More effective in that I take it to God and I then deal with it in a company, an atmosphere of trust. If you like, I'm seeking the Holy Spirit on this and interacting with such. And I might, as I say, solve it by launching on a recording, and in a sense talk it over with God for the benefit of anyone who might ever listen to the recording, of course, and myself. And I find that incredibly effective in that it solves itself. I establish myself in the trust and confidence of God's provision, love and kindness. In who I therefore see I am to be. Not quite sure what I mean by that, but when we talk a thing over with someone else, we tend to see it from their point of view now, not just our own. And so I'm seeing it from my God's point of view, not just my narrow, isolated self point of view. And, well, I then don't have to sort of dismiss. I simply accept that the experience was there, but I'm going to trust him, trust God for the experience being to a blessing. I can't quite see, perhaps, how it is a blessing at present. But now you see, my mind is settled. I'm seeing it now in the assurance of God, in the assurance of the awareness of God. Whereas before I might have been seeing the dream without the full assurance of the awareness of God. And that's quite different. It's not that I now dismiss it so much as, well, I'm just leaving it with God and seeing what happens. I don't have to take it further. In fact, I'm obligated to occupy myself with thankfulness to God on all the other details of the day and life. And so, of course, the preoccupation with whatever the disturbance was starts to evaporate. I think it's something of that. Anyway, my friend put it forward, his view, of course, because he wanted to bless his audience, that if they can practice dismissing whatever's troubling them from vision or dream, then this would be a blessing to them. He didn't use the word blessing, of course, but in a sense that's what he meant, isn't it? That's his purpose. But I do feel taking it to God, thanking God for the dream or whatever the disturbance was, reminding yourself of all the goodness of God. You then meet it with a trust and an assurance of God's kindness and provision. And as a problem, it evaporates. It's no longer a problem, which I feel is quite wonderful, marvellous, even miraculous. Thank you, Dad.